Hi there guys, welcome to another Wolfi's Tour Roundup with myself Josh and my colleague G.
Good morning, sports fans.
So yeah, yesterday we got to see quite an epic stage, shall we say, racing it seems from kilometre zero, all out attacks from individuals, from teams trying to put their tactics and impose their will on the race and on each other. And yeah, we got to see a new yellow jersey wearer, the young Australian Hindley, who I picked to get third overall, best of the rest, to Tadej and Jonas. So he took the stage win yesterday, as well as the yellow jersey. Gee, what did you make of the stage yesterday?
It was explosive. That first hour conducted at 49 kilometres an hour average is just superhuman. There wasn't really a peloton because of that pace. It was just one big string of riders.
Yeah.
Obviously, Jakobsen really not having a good day after his crash.
Yep.
Making it in the time cut just, but yeah, he's not got many more days like that in him, I don't think.
Yeah.
And yeah, that pace was just
and so
infernal.
And that's it. And then after that hour or so of racing, we saw that big group go off up the road with about 35 riders, which itself just continued to splinter and chop and change throughout the day, as well as the peloton.
Yeah.
What's the biggest takeaway for you from that stage?
Biggest takeaway for me is how UAE and Jumbo are racing each other at the moment. I think, you know, you and me have said that it's a two-horse race, and I think maybe now it's that might have been an error to look at it like that.
Yeah.
So, you know, Jumbo using the familiar tactic of sending some big names up the road so they can pull them back later and use them relatively well rested to pace Vingegaard, but I mean, he didn't need it. He blew through his team on that last couple of climbs and put some real time into Pogacar.
Yeah, well, so it makes for a really interesting setup for today's stage, because now you've got two riders from Little Trek in the top 10 overall, Skilmoser and Ciccone, as well as two from Bora, with most importantly obviously Jai Hindley in wearing yellow now. And then obviously the big show of weakness really from Tadej, or show of strength from Jonas, you know, to put in about a minute into what everyone considers is his biggest rival. Really could change the landscape. So moving on to today's stage, quite an epic one. It's always epic when it includes the Tourmalet, which is the penultimate climb, and it's the first stage as well that has a proper summit finish, finishing up a first category climb with steep inclines at the end, last few kilometres. And then it's only quite a short stage, so you know, to have a third cat, a first cat, a horse category, and then to do a summit finish on the first category climb, it promises to be another explosive stage.
Yeah, absolutely. I think yesterday could have just been a bad day for Pogacar, so I think Jumbo are going to have to try him again, see if it was a bad day or if it's his form is not where it should be. But I'd expect it to kick off, you know, breakaway start being brought back after the Col d'Aspin onto the Tourmalet, and then all GC from there on out.
Okay.
All GC contenders from there to the finish.
Yeah. So how do you think Bora and Lidl are going to approach this?
I think Bora have got an opportunity. They need to ride, and that's going to play into the hands of Jumbo really well. Because now they don't have to take it up and threaten UAE on their own. Whether Jai Hindley can, you know, maybe switch that order that you predicted, maybe put himself on the second set, but that's got to be in his mind. You've got to keep in mind he's a Giro winner,
Yes.
so he's no slouch.
Yeah.
I think to write him off, I mean, we even said two-horse race, I think maybe that was a bit premature.
Yeah. So do you think? Yeah. So do you think that Tadej is going to show some weakness again, and he's going to lose time? Do you think Jai can repeat his heroics from yesterday, and Jonas as well? And do you think now that Jumbo are going to take into consideration these other threats rather than just Tadej and UAE Team Emirates?
With the time gaps they have to. You know, it's in previous years of the tour, you wouldn't allow someone like Jai Hindley up the road on a day like yesterday. It's an error to let somebody who's within 22 seconds of the lead get that kind of a gap.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to be.
And with the pedigree as well, he has.
Yeah, absolutely. You're not going to see those kind of gaps again.
Okay.
They're going to be watching him, and they're going to be aware that maybe Pogacar is not the threat, and Ciccone and Jai Hindley need to be more closely monitored.
Fair enough. So, with regards to today's stage winner, who do you think it's going to be?
I think a pure climber from one of the outside bets. I think maybe somebody who can get into the GC group that isn't necessarily a threat on GC. So I'm thinking maybe Frolu.
Okay.
Would be a good bet.
Okay.
How about you?
So I'm going to go for Jonas, just because of his show strength yesterday. I think similar to you, that Bora are going to just take it up early because they have the yellow jersey, lead out the peloton, let a break go early doors, and then about halfway up the Tourmalet, Jumbo are just going to light it up, try and bring back that breakaway, as well as the fact that they'll also try to drop or make Tadej and Jai and other potential friends, Ciccone, suffer as much as possible. And then for Jonas to launch it again on the first category climb and on the summit finish, and try to just put the hammer down on the nail.
Yeah.
And if he gets yellow, fantastic, but they just want to put time into their GC rivals.
Yeah,
that's what I think Jumbo will look to do.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Well, promises to be another exciting stage. Thanks very much for joining us, guys, and catch you next time. Cheers. Bye.